But yeah, Rick, let's talk about the thing we've both actually watched and we could talk about at length. Rick, Helluva Boss Season 2, Episode 7 came out.
Yep, this is cementing this entire season as the Fizzaroli season, and I'm all for it.
I don't know if being the focus of 2 episodes makes it the Fizzaroli season, but go on.
Well, like, the fact that it's 2 in a row kind of makes it, it draws attention to it. I liked this episode, maybe not as much as the one that came before it, but yeah, it does feel like, they got the Beetlejuice guy, as in Fizzaroli's voice actor, to do more songs. So I had to write an episode around that. But yeah, it was good. It was a good bit of fun. And I didn't think they were going to top the Two Bitches song, but they did.
You bringing up the Two Bitches just reminded me that in between, just before you sent me the link saying, oh, this is out by the way, I realised Helluva Boss was out because there was just sexy fan art of those 2 characters. And I was like, this is weird. Why is this always happening to me, Rick?
You find things out because you got inundated by things on Twitter.
Oh, it's not even Twitter, it's Reddit that's the problem. Those people are fucking horny.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, we finally met Mammon. That makes, 3 of the deadly sins we've met? 4 if you count Lucifer from Has-Been?
Mammon being voiced by Michael Cusack.
Yeah, I told you you'd recognise the voice.
Yeah.
He might have had the best joke of the entire episode. It was right at the beginning where he goes, you're going to have to try really hard because as we all know, women can't be funny. And then in the bottom left-hand corner, in the faintest writing possible, written by Vivian Madrano.
Yeah, and it just disappears almost immediately after that. It's great.
Yeah, it was a bit of a roller coaster. It's one of those where I enjoyed the episode. It was as fun as it was a very generic plot.
Yeah, the conversation frustrated me.
Which one? Because it happened 4 times.
Oh, yeah, and I know, right? Like, the whole idea of, I have to do this for me, because otherwise, like, I'm gonna feel like I'm a failure and nothing. Like, that should basically have been the way that it went, and that should have been okay. It's okay to want to do something for yourself, especially when you're wanting to go out on your own terms. This conversation ended up happening, like, 4 times during the entire episode, like you say. So, yeah, it was a bit frustrating.
You and I are on slightly different wavelengths with the way you worded it, because I get where they're coming from a little bit, because the whole reason why he's being compelled is because Mammon is a manipulative piece of shit.
Yes.
And the other characters can see that, but Fizz can't. From that perspective, I understand why why Fizz's friends are being persistent, because, anyone with eyes and who is removed from the situation can see how fucked up it is. It's just, as far as watching a story unfold, it's very frustrating seeing the same conversation 5 times.
Yes.
It was still a good episode, and like I said, when I say the plot's generic, it's just like, there's a episode in every fucking show ever, which is famous person is really sick of the obligations of being famous.
Yeah, it does feel a bit like sour grapes from people who are in the industry and can basically use media as a way to vent their frustrations. But it's a case of like, oh no, my third Ferrari got its tires muddy. Whatever shall I do?
Obviously, the difference here is the fact that it's in hell and literally having sex toys sold of him, which is kind of fucked up.
Yes.
Oh, the incel in this episode was too real.
Oh, he was. I think he's possibly the character that has both most deserved to die, and people have shed basically nobody will shed a tear over this guy.
I'm getting flashbacks to She-Hulk, where the people that the show was taking the piss out of were the most vocal about going, why are you taking the piss out of this? Because you're evil.
Yep.
Man, I think the most real part, though, was when he was first introduced and he got told to fuck off in both polite terms and unpolite terms, and then immediately went from praising Fizzaroli to, oh, your show sucks anyway, and I'm like, that's the realest fucking reaction I've ever seen from those freaks.
Yeah, and it's not even just fans either. It's like that kind of person will behave that same way for people that they're trying to flirt with.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm calling them an incel.
Yeah.
I bought you a drink. Thanks. Will you sleep with me? No. Well, you're fucking ugly anyway.
Yep.
That's literally how the conversation goes.
Yep. Fucking silly.
And it would be funnier if it didn't turn to murder.
Yes.